Draw up to gates and wait assistance.
No, that's for a car.
No.
Cyclist dismount.
Yeah.
Presume that's a car, we just go through the gate. I can't decide if I've been through this one before.
I think we've been through a similar one. We haven't been through this one.
Is this the
There's a light, but it's not a train. Right.
Ooh. Ooh, what's that light down there? That's a train coming.
Oh, it is a train coming, actually, yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Good point.
Don't worry, there's a train coming.
I thought it was a signal.
Great. Thanks, Roy.
Good morning. It's a bit of a chilly one this morning.
Very chilly.
Summer was late coming and it's early leaving. We're off to that church we were trying to find a few weeks ago and couldn't, but we've checked out the map and we now think we know how to get to it. And we're actually taking a slightly different route to get there as well, just for a change.
Lovely straight lane, isn't
And
it?
of course there was that unmanned level crossing. Well, it was manned, really, because there was a young guy there that should let cars through. He should open the gates, but he saw us about to come across. I looked up because I could see a light, but I thought, oh, that's just going to be a signal.
And I'm behind.
The lad looked at me and smiled, but then we suddenly saw it was a train coming. And it was a pretty rapid one, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, it wasn't hanging around. It's a car up.
It's a pretty tough one. Today we've got this really strong headwind and we've just come up a long climb into wind. But there's a wonderful view.
There is, somewhere.
So other things we're going to do today is just sort of give you a roundup of what's been going on. There's been a few things happening that have not merited making full videos of, so we'll just show a few excerpts of things that we've been doing. Also mention some reviews that are coming up. As regular viewers will know that I do like to try items that I review certainly for a couple of months, just to make sure that they do work correctly and do the job over a longer period. And later in this episode I'm going to give you some what I think is quite exciting news. Do you think it's exciting news?
Amazing news.
She doesn't even know what it is yet.
It sounds alright. Fantastic news.
So this is the beautifully named Cuckoo Hill. We've gone up it, now we're going down it. I can see the church spire.
Can you?
Yeah, it's over there, look, in the woods. So this church sits high up on a wooded hillside above the village, so it's that's probably why we couldn't find it. We can all do that downhill. Right, so we're having our first coffee stop. That's going to be Fernley's Dairy Barn. Oh, look at that. No other cyclists here. We just stopped at the Dairy Barn and had a very nice coffee and a bacon bap.
Yeah, yummy.
And then the heavens opened. And that's Wendy's fault because she took her jacket off. She went short sleeves. Now it's cold and wet again.
I put the wind jacket on and my rain jacket and I'm still cold. Never mind, we'll get warm on this climb, Roy.
So there's our destination up on that wooded hillside.
Looks like it's only halfway up the hill from here.
And unbelievably, on the track up there, I noticed somebody's made it a Strava segment, would you believe?
Oh joy! Oh well, we'll have to see if we can become quam and com.
Well, you might get a quam, but I'm not getting a com, I can assure you.
I'll race you. It's a bit wet to be.
I'm going to say it's a bit wet to be doing
Probably
very
a bit
much.
slippy on it today.
It's a magnificent location, though.
Could go up on the electric and just not say.
I know somebody that does that. It really doesn't know what to do today, the weather, does it? Right, Wendy, this is the start, I think, of the segment. Go for it.
Woo! I'm already in the granny gear.
I'll see you at the top. Ooh.
Well, that was fun.
Do you think you got the quam?
Yeah.
Sun's coming out now.
Yeah, beautiful day.
What a fabulous location.
Stunning. Top of the hill. What a beautiful church. Really
Wow,
is on
look
its
at that.
own, isn't it?
That's magnificent.
It's a big church. Absolutely gorgeous.
Have you lost a hat, Wendy?
Not that I'm aware of. Yep. Oh, it's spooky.
Is a bit, isn't it? Especially in this rain.
I think this is my favourite one. In affectionate remembrance of Maria Georgiana Jones, born 12th of May 1832, died 6th of March 1888. Really beautiful stone.
And it's weathered well,
pretty,
hasn't it?
just pretty. They've made it look gorgeous. Some work gone into that. Sort of says Melton at the bottom. That must be the stonemason or something.
It'd be good to see the dates of these over here, because these are obviously
Yeah.
much older.
The sad thing is, you know, all these need properly looking after, don't they? Because the moss just eats away at the stone, and then you can't read what's underneath. Just cleaning you up, pet.
That's all the cleaning you're going to do then, is it?
Yeah. Roomy nails. These are going to be old, aren't they?
Very old. And these really rustic ones, look, you can see the mason's chisel marks on the back.
1795. Oh, we got more steps to go down.
Yeah, it's open.
Oh,
look.
that looks good, doesn't it?
I think I should send you down there.
Right, okay.
Shall I?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Off you go.
Oh, look, it's
Oh,
locked. We can't get
you can't get
in.
in. Oh, what a shame.
I love the plants down there.
Yeah.
It's got a little micro
Climate.
climate, hasn't it? All of its own.
Yeah.
They look a bit triffidy, though. I think they'll attack you when you get down there.
That's going to be in the crypt, isn't it? There's some tombs under there.
Oh, that looks fantastic. Oh, just want to explore, don't you?
That ghost guy, he'd have a field day here, wouldn't he?
Would,
He'd hear all
yeah.
sorts.
Don't tell him that. So this is Mary, wife of Richard Pycroft, but a lovely poem underneath. It says, beneath does lie an inoffensive friend, painful in life yet happy in her end, harmless in words and in her dealings just, in friendship true and faithful in her trust. That's lovely, isn't it?
Beautiful. And she was 69.
Yeah.
Died in 1851.
Christmas
Eve.
Yeah, 18. Yeah, 24th of December.
From Market Overton, Rutland.
That's lovely, isn't it? What a lovely poem. So this is another one interesting. This is Charlotte, wife of Lieutenant Tupman of the Leicestershire Militia, who departed this life after accumulated suffering borne with pious resignation to the divine will. 1834, I think it is.
Yeah.
You want to know what happened there?
Everyone's got a story to tell, hasn't it?
What about Lieutenant Tupman? Where's he buried?
What are we doing down here? Exploring?
Yeah, I just wanted to know where the big hall was.
Oh, it's private, so it's got to be down there, isn't it?
You can just see it through there.
Oh yeah.
So you could just cut this tree down.
I don't think we better go down here and get told off again.
Gorgeous. It's the Ernest Cook Trust.
Okay. That's a beautiful place, isn't it?
Looks gorgeous, doesn't it? Kind of want to just... Feels French when you hear all the birds like that.
Yeah. Stop. Did you hear that whispering?
Oh, yes.
Did you hear that whispering?
Oh, yes.
Somebody's whispering.
He's saying hello.
Yeah. Saying, hello, Roy and Wendy.
Are you a friend?
We'll tell you a bit more about what we're laughing at in a minute. What a fantastic view from up here.
It is beautiful, isn't it? Well, that bench has got one of the best views around, hasn't it?
Didn't see that on the way up, did we?
No. You can see why they've put it there.
Typical of the position of these churches that were built by the landed gentry. They built it for their convenience, didn't they? The poor villagers that had to come up here
Trudge up here. It looks like there's a pathway there, doesn't there?
following a funeral procession.
You think we can go back down that way? Or does it only go to the tree? Oh no, it goes all the way down.
Does it? Do you want to try it? Be rude not to. Mind you, we've got to go and lock that gate again.
True.
I'll go and lock the gate and then you wait there.
Well, hang on, because we won't get our bike through there.
Oh, all right. Well, let's not bother then.
It could be a bit tricky. I'm not lifting my bike today, Roy.
Better coming this way than the other.
I'm not sure. That's an old place as well, that farmhouse. There's that dog which chases you,
I'm going to say,
Roy.
it's the one that ran out in front
you.
of me, isn't it?
Yeah, he's looking at you.
I think I'm not going to run out in front of him again. So that was St James's at Little Dolby. Well worth a visit.
Yeah, just be prepared to climb.
Yeah. Hiya.
Hi. Hiya.
The reason we were having a little chuckle back there in the churchyard when we were whispering and hearing voices is because ever since we made the video about the battlefield at East Stoke, I received a YouTube recommendation for another video about East Stoke, but this was one of these ghost hunter type things, and I'm just incredulous really. This guy stood in the graveyard at East Stoke and he was hearing voices, seeing people peeking out of the window, things were being thrown at him. All I can say is he must have a heck of an imagination, because there were none of those things. Then there was a follow-up where he was at the riverside by the Trent, where we often stop for a little break. He sat in his car listening to a recorder and there was nothing but static, but he was making voices out of it. Now, I'm quite open to the idea of the supernatural. I'd love to see something, as long as I was in good company. People that are commenting that they're seeing things, and have a look at this, I saw a shadow at time such and such. And it's absolute rubbish. And the irony is, I can take several days to edit one of these videos and probably get 2,500 views. This guy has clearly thrown something together using his imagination, and he's had 8,000 views in 6 days. So what we've decided is I'm going to send Wendy into haunted buildings. I'll stay outside because I have to operate the equipment.
Yeah.
I'm the director.
Yeah.
And then you can hear all sorts of things. But I am genuinely intrigued by the supernatural. I would like to think there is something on a...
Interesting, we did feel that it felt sinister at East Stoke, didn't we?
Yeah, but how much of that is because we knew the history?
Yeah.
I certainly didn't feel anything alarming in the churchyard.
No. Felt quite comforting, really.
Now, the only thing is, he did say there was an evil presence, and I think that could be that guy that was the first ambassador to America.
America, yeah, I didn't like him.
Because he was a pretty nasty piece of work.
Yeah.
By all accounts.
Didn't like Pontyfoot.
I've never had a supernatural experience, but one of my close family members has, and my father also talked of some experiences. Now, whether they were just stories for us as children, I don't know, but one story he tells, he used to do a little bit of poaching in the woods where we lived at Wilstead in Bedfordshire, and once on a moonlit night he saw in a glade in the woods a man standing there. He was just stood with a raincoat on in this glade. His friend saw it as well, so I do believe that. And then the man disappeared. Now, I don't think they hung around to see if he disappeared into thin air, but it begs the question, what was somebody standing there in a glade in the woods doing in the dead of night? Then you could say that for my father as well, who was shooting the Sunday lunch. Have you ever seen anything odd, Wendy?
No, nothing at all.
Other than me?
Well, yeah.
So we're laughing about this, but if you've had any of those experiences, please let us know in the comments. I'd be intrigued.
Yeah, it might help us with our Halloween video.
Yeah, we're looking for something to do for Halloween. As you may remember, we did the Witches of Bottisford one year, and last year we went on the murder trail. So if you've got any ideas for this year, where we should go, what we should do, then please let us know in the comments. Obviously not too far away though. I've lost count of the miles that these Luxebiking mitts have done, but they're still going strong, still very comfortable. And I know a lot of you were interested in them, so for autumn we're going to try another pair of their gloves that are designed for autumn use. And we're also going to trial some really deep winter ones.
Oh, I hope not. I hope we never ever need them.
You don't think we'll get a deep winter?
Oh, I'd prefer without it.
We've got ice for 440 yards here, it
already
says, even though we're in September.
Get the gloves on quick.
Yeah. Now, especially when we get these new gloves, Wendy and I will be doing lots of rides in the winter. Somebody did ask me recently on a guided ride, do we ride throughout the winter? And the answer is yes. Last year we thought we'd probably be reduced to, you know, maybe 30-mile days.
Yeah.
But we were managing 50 with no problem.
Yeah, it's getting up between 10 and 3, isn't it?
Yeah, so we'll do as much as we can.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not too much of a harsh winter this year.
I'd rather be outside than inside, so.
Yeah, it was absolutely. I did have a question from a viewer by the name of Doug, and he asked how Wendy and I communicate on rides. We'll give you a quick demonstration. Slow down!
Right!
Yeah, you're
Wrong
going too
way!
fast. So yeah, that's how we do it. Mark 1 voice. But we've seen lots of couples out riding where the wife is probably lagging behind a bit.
Yeah.
And I have to say, sometimes the husband,
Well,
it's
you
not.
like to think it's the man
It's
sometimes.
it's not always the
Yeah.
the woman that's behind, but I can see why some people would like some form of communication. So I contacted a company called Sena, that's S-E-N-A, who are based in California, and they specialise in these helmets. So they sent a couple of helmets across.
Yeah.
Now, fortunately, they don't actually do a small size, so we couldn't get one for Wendy. Otherwise, there'd have been absolutely no escape from the singing at all. So I actually got one fitted up for Mike, because obviously Mike's a co-ride leader, and we thought we'd try them out on some rides. Now, we did do a test ride, and it proved very, very useful, because one of our riders, Anya, had a problem with her saddle, so we had to stop. I was on the back, and I was able to call up to Mike and just tell him that we had been delayed. But the main ride we did was on Sunday, where we had a total of 13 riders on a 47-mile guided ride, and the helmets proved invaluable. So we've got a right turn coming up, Mike.
I can't get past the shop behind me.
Don't worry.
Follow group is about 200 metres behind.
I tell you what, I'm going to pull in at this pub.
Okay.
Let the truck get by.
Yeah, no worries.
There's some cars coming as well, we'll let them by as well.
When the cars go past, I'll go up and mark the junction.
Thank you.
Coming past. Clear.
Thank you. Right, we've got a big lorry up ahead with hay. We're pulling on the left.
Roger that.
Now, while I'd recommend these to our ride leaders, it's the sort of thing, if you're in the market for new helmets and there's a pair of you doing a guided ride, I think it would be worth looking at these. But where I see these helmets of most use are the couples that are out on a ride, just to keep in touch, make sure they're safe, especially if you've got your family with you. It's good to know where they are and warn them of traffic coming and so on. Obviously it would be better if Sena did offer a smaller size, but if it's something you're interested in, I will do a full review once I've done some more tests on them, and obviously have a look at the sizing and see if they suit you. I think another application for the helmets would be for people that are hard of hearing when they're riding together. Obviously if they do come up with a small size at some point in the future, I'm going to keep that quiet from Wendy.
Can't think why.
One of the things I love about cycling is you do meet some really interesting people. And someone who had a short mention a few videos ago is a chap called Charles. And Charles is blind. He started to lose his sight at 7 years of age, and he rides his Tandem. Now, several of us have ridden with him on the Tandem, but I have to say I don't get on very well with it. So when Charles contacted me a few weeks ago and said any chance we could go out on a bit of a longer ride, bear in mind we've only ever taken him out on a 7-mile ride so far. When he said to me, can we do 50? I said, well,
That's a
Charles,
bit of a stretch.
I think we ought to work up to that. But the reason he was so confident on 50 is that he's now fitted an electric drive system. Now when I say he's fitted, he has fitted it.
Yes, fantastic. He's an
Now,
amazing guy.
He did speak to a bike shop about fitting it, but they decided they couldn't do it, so he did it himself.
Awesome.
So I would say to those of us that are afraid to tackle anything on a bike, we've got no excuse. So I decided to go on a 30-mile ride with him. We went to Wymondham Windmill, and Charles's 12-year-old daughter Emily acts as his pilot most of the time on their shorter rides. So I suggested that Emily come along and she be pilot and I'd ride next to them. So that's what we did. So how are you doing, Emily?
I'm doing good.
So what is the longest you've ridden so far?
About 10 kilometres.
About 10 kilometres. Well, you're already on about 20 kilometres, so you've more than doubled your best. So do you enjoy getting out on the tandem?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I like going outside.
Yeah, good. And you've got a bike of your own now.
Yeah. I love biking.
Today she's probably going to be doing around 25 miles, so it's a record, or will be, if we get back, Emily.
Yeah.
I'm also conscious I don't want to put, you know, the emphasis on Emily's shoulders to get me out and about anyway. You
No.
know, but she wants to go, it's great. She doesn't, sorry. And you know that, don't you, Emily? Yeah. So.
Yeah. Well, I know this morning when I suggested she join us, she jumped at it, so
Yeah,
she's very keen.
Yeah. And
Well,
she's the best front rider that I've ever had.
Well, she's certainly better than me. I found the experience really odd sitting on the front.
This is the stone floor. This is where the 3 pairs of millstone would grind the beam. The power comes from the huge burr wheel above. And this is over here. That's the last floor down.
Where are you?
Over here.
Where's the thing?
It's here. There's no thing until like this far bit. But it's a first
okay.
bigger step and then it goes down.
Did you like it up there?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yes.
Huge piece of timber up there. It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Must be some weight in it. Beautifully crafted. I mean, the joins and everything are fantastic.
Something I quickly learned when piloting the tandem with Charles was how your communication has to improve. I used to talk about communication a lot in my business life, and with knowing what I know now, I think I should have just sent people out on a tandem. They'd soon learn what communication is,
Yeah.
because
Keep going. Gear up. Gear up.
when you're changing gear,
Gear
you
down.
need to tell them to stop pedalling.
And again.
You need to tell them the direction you're going, when you're stopping, what you're doing. And when you're on the front there, it's very easy to forget. And what I've noticed here is that Emily is a really good communicator, and I'm sure that's going to carry on in her later life. It will benefit her.
She's so intuitive. We know each other so well.
Yeah. She probably knows what you want before you know it.
Yeah, I mean, when she's a real nipper, maybe 1.5, 2 years old, I used to put her into a rucksack. And I used to go out with a white stick, and she used to steer me with my ears. She's a top person, is Emily.
Yeah,
Young lady
certainly
now.
are.
Yeah. And I think her strength is, if she doesn't want to do it, she'll say, no, Dad. And that makes me really proud, because I shouldn't want to think that she feels duty bound or anything like that,
Sure.
because she doesn't. I mean, even guiding, if we're in town and Mum might say, look, take your dad. I said, no, leave it be, you know. That's not her responsibility. But if she wants to, it's different.
Well, she did well to get you to the top of that windmill and back. on those steep stairs.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you go right to the top?
Yeah, you did.
Wow.
Emily. What surprised you about the windmill, Emily?
The view.
The views?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't charge my Wahoo after the last couple of rides. Thought I was going to have enough in it, and
Yeah.
as such, it's run out this morning. So I'm no longer benefiting from the Varia radar signals. I could stop and put it through my phone, I suppose, but Charles, of course, has got this enhanced hearing. He's like a bat, so he's hearing cars before the Varia does.
Car back.
I think you'll agree that Emily is an absolutely wonderful daughter. The care she has for her father is really apparent. And when they went up to the top of that windmill, it was amazing. She was pointing out things that were of interest. I could see her guiding him on the steps. It really was very humbling to see. And hopefully Emily and Charles will enjoy plenty of other rides with us. Okay?
Yeah. Beautiful views. Ghost train.
Yeah.
Can't see it.
Can't
Must
see a
go to
railway
tunnel.
line. Do you know, some people actually seem to like your singing.
And yeah, they know how bad it is, don't they? Makes them all feel better.
Absolutely no taste.
You know, when we talked about videos where bad things happen to you and they like it,
Yeah,
I think,
it's that.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is nice now, isn't it?
I know,
A
my
little bit
arms
of a
might be coming
tailwind.
off. That's where we get our logs off.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Just thought you should know.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm more enriched now.
Frisbee Lakes Cafe.
Just as we were looking for somewhere else to stop, we find the Frisbee Lakes Cafe. Probably a bit early in the ride again for a second stop, but we'll give it a go. Even got some bike stands. Yeah, look at that. You see, go and do your paddle boarding.
This is super place, isn't it?
I have to say, I find paddle boarding it seems a bit pointless to me.
Yeah, I've enjoyed doing it because I had some lessons and learnt how to do it.
I'd rather just have a canoe.
Yeah. You have to have good abs for it, I tell you.
Yeah.
You need strong abs. Stay stood up.
Right, let's go and see what delights they've got at the Frisbee Lakes. Snacks and sweet
Looks
treats.
like they do wild swimming, don't they?
Do they?
Judging
Is
by
that-
the women in their dry coat.
Well, that
There we go.
was a good little stop, wasn't
Wasn't it
It's
good? Yeah.
yeah, nice tea, coffee and cake at Frisbee Lakes, and all sorts of non-powered water sports you could do. Full of ladies that had been open water swimming.
water. Morning, horsies. Clip clop, clip clop. Hello. You can't see. That's no good.
We'll see if we can get a song out of Wendy now. Did you see we're heading towards Green Hill?
Yeah. Green, green grass of home. Yes, they all came to greet me. It's a big downhill, this.
So predictable.
Hi. Green, green grass of home. Woo! Yes, they all came to greet me.
Now we have some ride plans for October. Quite exciting really, because for a long time I've been disappointed that we don't have an equivalent to, say, the Cantigny Way or the King Alfred Way, the Rebellion Way. We don't have anything like this in Lincolnshire. So for the past 12 months I've been working on a route to put Lincolnshire on the map as far as cycle touring goes. And I've had great help from Wendy here, obviously, and some of the guys from the Lincoln area who have been adding their ideas, also from Sustrans, and pretty much now settled on a 300-mile circuit of Lincolnshire, and I'm calling it the King John Way, because as we know, King John lost his treasure in the Wash in Lincolnshire. It's suggested that he was poisoned at a priory in Lincolnshire, and he died just over the border in Newark Castle. So I think that's quite fitting. Apparently his heart is buried at Crowson Kerrial, at the site of Crowson Abbey. I'm not taking the route that way because there's nothing to see there. What we plan to do in October is ride that route.
In one day?
You can do it in a day, but I'm going to do it over about 4. What we're going to do is meet up with some of the riders that have helped put this route together, and we'll invite any of you that are in the area that want to come and join and do a little bit of the route with us to do that. And the plan is, on that ride, we're going to refine the route, we're going to detail all the things to see on the route, but we're also going to visit some of the businesses on the route to ask them to make cyclists welcome. So maybe discounts for cyclists, put a pump in, you know, some sort of tool station or whatever. And of course, if cyclists are staying the night, then somewhere secure to keep the bikes. Now, one of the things that we found on the Cantigny Way, there was a total lack of parking available for the 4 days, 3 days or whatever you take to do the route without paying a fortune. And I've been having discussions with the council in Grantham, and one particular councillor, Tim Harrison's been very, very helpful, and I'm hoping we can do some sort of deal for people to park either at a very reduced rate or free of charge, hopefully, while they're on the route. And what we're going to do as well is have some sub-routes, so we'll have some links throughout the route, one of which will be the Templar Way, which will map the route of the Knights Templar. We'll look at a Civil War route and anything else we can think of.
Bombers, so, you and the Bomber County Bombers route?
Yeah, the Bomber airfields, and Alfred Lord Tennyson. We'll have a little route looking at his area through the Wolds. So really there's going to be something for everyone. There'll be people that want to do the whole 300 miles in one hit, and there'll be others that will probably want to take a week and visit the area. So in October we're going to make a video of us riding that route. I'll be giving more news on the Ride with Roy subscriber chat page on Facebook, so if you're not already a member of that, then please feel free to join, and we'll give a bit more information of what we're doing, where we're going to be. And it would be great if anyone would like to come along and join us for a short time. Normally we'd make our rides during the week, but obviously some of you can't make it during the week, so we'd probably drift into a weekend to give everyone a chance. Now, the plan is to launch this The plan is to launch this route officially on the first May bank holiday weekend. But before then we've got quite a lot of work to do, obviously compiling details about the route. Councillor Tim Harrison has also offered us a page on his Grantham Together website. But before that we need somebody to create a website for us. And we've got some irons in the fire. I'll probably talk to our local college as well. But if any of you want to help in that way, please let us know. We don't have any money. This is all being done voluntarily. I did approach Cycling UK initially, and frankly there was no interest. They did put me in touch with Guy Stephen, who has designed some of the existing routes that they have, and he's been very helpful. But as far as Cycling UK go, they didn't want to know because they don't have any money. That's okay, we'll do it on our own. The entire route is on public roads. Wherever possible we're using the Sustrans network. Some of the route will only be rideable with, say, a gravel bike or a mountain bike, but we'll also put road alternatives. So if you're interested in that, as usual, please give us a like, subscribe, hit the bell, and if you know anyone else that might be interested in it, then please share the video with them. Well, we're getting to the end of our ride now. I've probably got another 6 miles to go, and Wendy is... What are you on at the moment, Wendy? 60?
97.1.
97.1, so she's going to get her 100k today, which is good.
So yeah, pleased about that.
I'm just about to get 100k with 6 miles to go. So we're near enough at the end of our ride. We're just doing a last stretch together before we go our separate ways. So good time to say thanks for joining us today, and hope you'll join us next time. Bye for now.
Bye. I know these dogs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What you got 4? That looks a handful.
Thank you.
Oh yes, Wednesday afternoon is always my biggest walk.